fires of hope and prayer.
With boundless faith in our destiny,
we solemnly declare.
Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea. This our native land. We pledge our lives to thee.
Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place.
And may God bless our nation.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn this morning, people. And of course, my name is Stephen Reese, and we're here until 8 o'clock. We're coming from the beautiful island of St. Thomas. Today is Breaking Dawn day 2, all right, in St. Thomas. And last night, well, yesterday was a busy day for the team and myself. We got soaked in the rain coming from the grocery, trying to walk up a hill. Eventually called for a golf cart to meet us halfway there. Well, you know, I mean, the rest, 3 of us couldn't make it. D-Life was the only one that, you know, he said you have a shoulder injury. I don't know how that's affected from walking, but nevertheless. I was willing to make I was willing to make it. It's a kind of steepish hill, eh? It's no Bamboo Cathedral, but close. But not that long. But we would have make it. All right. But we went out in the tongue yesterday, took a little walk around, went to Haven site, which is the port in the background of me. That is Haven site. But the entire area is Charlotte Amalie. I was told that yesterday. I got the information yesterday. All right, so you have 2 ports, Haven Site and Crown Bay. Crown Bay had the food fair yesterday. We were down at the food fair. Spoke to a couple of people, some of which were here this morning. Last night we were in the village. Kess, man, if it had a roof to blow off, Kess would have blown it off. All right, I'm telling you. Kess was, yeah, he was electric last night. And if you give them full performance, full performance, he and the band. And, you know, some of the entertainers, Third, when we got there, Third was performing. Talented fella. He has some nice songs, man. He has some tune. Right, full blown. Performed with Kess as well. They ran on, well, of course, when Kess went into the big links with him, the Sweetness tune, full blown, and they ran on and they did the Good Spirits, and they did a nice set. They were well received by the crowd here in St. Thomas at the village. All right, and the village was ram. The village ram out last night. Of course, it's absolutely free, but still, it ram out. 9-line. The vibes was nice, was upbeat, everything was smooth, and we came back to the hotel here probably after 12 this morning, somewhere between 12 and 1, and we got up at 4, and, you know, and we, what? Oh, I got up at 4. What time will I get up? 5 o'clock. All right, good for you all. Well, I get extra away, no problem. All right, So we've been up early and we are out here. It's a beautiful day. I hope it stays like this. Hopefully we get sunshine throughout the course of the day. Now, Juve is this morning. So I kind of, all I know my ears big. So my left ear kind of tune in to what could be taking place down the road because it's not too far from here where the Juve is. Maybe we will see if we could get maybe the life to run out and get some footage, but they're starting from way down in the town and then they come up the road and they actually stop by the village and that's where they park up there and they start a jam. And I think the police allow them, so long as nobody misbehave, the police will allow them to go, till whatever time. All right, before they lock it down. So I gotta say the people in St. Thomas, terrific people, man. Spoke to one of the senators from St. Croix, all right, because U.S. Virgin Islands, the three islands are St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John's, and spoke to one of the senators from St. Croix, got some terrific information from him yesterday. All right, now moving over to Trinidad and Tobago business, which we're going to open the phone line and take some calls on after the first break. And just before we get into the news there as well, I see that a lot happened within the next, not within, but over the last 24 hours. The former Prime Minister and former leader of the People's National Movement has resigned, effective today. I believe that the swearing in of Kamla Persad-Bissessar would take place, I think it's today, It's today. All right, so we have Keith Rowley on the way out. And I saw a letter, it was posted, saying that one of his last acts was to revoke the appointments of Deputy Political Leader of Colmimbert and Dr. Nayan Gadsby-Dolly. So just hours before he resigned, he revoked their appointments. I don't know if that, I'm very sure they could be reappointed. I don't know how their constitution works, but Rohan Sidandan also resigned. We have a little clip of him talking about that. Brian Manning has come out and said that he is going to make a strong recommendation that they do away with the one man, one vote. The media spoke to him yesterday. Faris Al-Rawi was quite gracious yesterday, as opposed to what we heard from him yesterday morning. What you will hear from him this morning is the side of a different coin. All right, and of course, Penelope Beckles is the new leader of the opposition, as chosen by the General Council of the PNM. So we're going to get all of that, and we'll get your reaction to that. Of course, tomorrow we'll get the reaction to the swearing in of the new Prime Minister-elect, Kamla Persad-Bissessar. And I think that the UNC also celebrates 36 years as a political party today. All right, so a lot happening. Now, Newsday-wise, as we at 9 minutes past your 6 o'clock, just to go through some of the headlines that I'm seeing here. SOS letter to Chief Justice, family court at risk of collapse. Well, it just seemed like the whole court system sometimes on the risk of collapse. And I'm waiting to see how long Ivor Archie will serve as Chief Justice. Right? Especially after the Marcia Ayers Caesar drama, or that particular issue and what happened there, and the finding of the court or the judgment in the court. I am surprised that he's still sitting there as the Chief Justice, but we will see. Unidentified body found in Mayo, and we also have calls to new government to protect marginalized communities. 4 UNC MPs discuss plans for their constituencies. 12 MPs back Penny as PNM's first ever female opposition leader. All right. Recounts continue in 3 constituencies. And Tobago hoteliers want to revitalize tourism with Kamla. And I think that Tobago project in terms of revitalizing tourism, especially with the hoteliers, that is a big project that needs to be dealt with, soon. All right, we heard the former administration talking about sandals again coming back. And just last year, I think it was late last year, Sandals, I think, was owing Antigua government millions of dollars in taxes. And the Antiguan PM had to come out and say something on it. So we'll see where that goes. But I'm not too sure, Kamlan, they will opt for sandals. They may take a different route. But we'll see what happens when the conversation starts. Penelope Beckles Robinson set to become opposition leader. Well, that's one of the, well, same headline as the other one. Maybe the previous one was the update to this one. State board resignations expected after election. That's the other thing. We're going to see a lot of changes in the state boards. UB congratulates Prasad Bisesa. Young resigns as PNM chairman. So Stuart Young has resigned as well as the chairman of the PNM. Pantrin Bego and Tuko congratulate Kamla. Let me just say what I want to say. I'll leave it alone for now. All right? We'll leave it alone for now. Anyway, those are some of the headlines. Well, I see the MSJ. I'll give the MSJ their little moment in the sun too, right? MSJ says election is a historic moment. And Tobagonians say disconnect from people caused PNM's defeat. I think that they did become, I don't know if they became disconnected or if they were always disconnected. Keith Rowley has always come across to me as somebody that was totally disconnected from everything, from the common man. You know? There was not one moment ever in the history of him being a politician that I ever thought or got the impression that he understands. Never. You know? So I am not surprised that disconnect took place. And then in 2020, when he was talking about the rich getting richer so the poor could get jobs, well, that just, that just take it over the hill for me. All right? But those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. So what we're going to get to now, before we take our first break and then come back to the action, we want to remind you about a few things. Olive's House is one of them. So we got Olive's House Senior Care Facility located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. Olive's House is beautifully situated with a spacious main area, full living and dining rooms, fully equipped medical wards, as well as assisted living quarters, inclusive of all required amenities. Now, it's designed to offer comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years, and Olive's House is operated 24/7 by a staff of professional qualified geriatric personnel. Hot meals are prepared daily, and that's according to specified dietary requirements. So to find out more, you can give them a call on 232-6367, 291-7919, or 374-4165. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram, and that is Olive's House. Also, I will remind you about JNP Pest Control. So JNP Pest Control, and again some bite here this morning. We getting some, and fellas? Yeah, boy, getting some serious bite this morning. No? Chris, you getting bite and you have on a long pants?
Yeah, no socks today.
Oh, you getting bite on your hand?
Yeah, no socks.
Oh, you wearing no socks today? Oh, God, boy. Don't get bite between your toe, that's the worst. Anyway, JNP Pest Control Limited. Experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pests, and much more. And they are armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites. And JNP Pest Control's professionally qualified staff, qualified and trained staff, they are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So for a free inspection and quotation, contact them today. And they are located at number 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You can also call them on 227-0835, or you can WhatsApp them on 2508397. You can email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and let them shield your home or business from pesky pests. All right, so make sure and check out JNP Pest Control. And of course, I must take the opportunity to remind you about Flow. That's right. So Flow Armor. All right. No matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro. And this is a home security solution that protects what matters most for just $4 a day. That's right, $4 a day. Visit Flow in store or online at discoverflow.co for details, and Flow is bringing security home. Finally, I want to remind you about Run Stefan Run. Remember that we're getting ready for Run Stefan Run, and some added information in terms of sports and games and the cash registration. So for those of you who would prefer cash or to pay cash rather than using your credit card or your debit card, what you do is you come down to Synergy TV between 12 noon and 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. And Kelmore will be there. You'll take your registration. And you have a right, you have a right to be human here, because, but now it's about 12 noon to 4 p.m. You can get your registration done at Synergy TV. And at sports and games, so we have sports and games in Gulf City Mall, that's south. We have sports and games in Trin City Mall, that's up in the east, and Grand Bazaar. All right. Now, those 3 sports and games locations, when you go in there, you will pay cash and you will receive what is called a coupon code. That coupon code now is your receipt and your payment when you go online. So you go, you scan the QR code, it takes you straight to the event. Or you type in trinbagoevents.com, and when that comes up, you go to the event. You fill out the information online, your name, your t-shirt size, whatever the case might be. And then when it says pay with, you pay with your coupon code. So there is a code on the slip. You just type that in, apply code, that's it. It's that simple. All right. And all the instructions are on the actual slip. It have the instructions there. So very, very simple. And this is what we want to move people towards. We want to move people towards getting registered online, so it's easier for everybody. You don't have to leave your house to go and do anything. Nothing like that. You just sit down in the comfort of your home and you register for Run Stefan Run. So we got t-shirts, medals, we got everything, a complimentary breakfast. Everything is going on Sunday, May 25th for Run Stefan Run. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Like I said, get registered now. Don't make me come back from St. Thomas and we ain't reach the number that we want to reach here, because we want to get at least 800 people registered, because we are doing 2 charities this year. Those 2 charities include the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. So we want to come out, we want to help these children, and with your participation, just come out for the fun of it, because the second part of it is the actual part that we focus on the athletes and trying to rebuild sports and encourage youths to participate in sports. All right. Now, when I say youths, I still haven't figured out the children aspect of things, because I know children usually come out. We do get some kids coming out, and that's not a problem. Your children can come out once they're, I think it's 10 and under. They're absolutely free, and we will provide them with a little small, but thing to eat. We'll give them thing to eat, like they'll get a little hot dog or something to that effect on the morning, right? But they don't have to pay anything for your children. All right, but I'm still trying to work out the kinks in that type of, just dealing with the adults and the kids aspect of things, right? Because I want the children to be inspired and to gravitate towards sport as an option, right? So I'm working on that. But that's things that will come in the making, like all next year, when hopefully we can expand on Run Stefan Run, because this is the 3rd year. Next year will be the 4th, and as we go along, we'll implement other things. But we want people to come out and support. All right, come out and support the cause, and the athletes will come out and they will be competitive and run, for that purse. All right. So I tell you what. If you need more information, you can call 345-3380. That's Avion. And in terms of the coupon code, you have any difficulties, call 482-5531. All right, that is Aaron, and that is trinbagoevents.com. You can also register online. Online registration is on, and you can register online at trinbagoevents.com. You just go online, You register, you fill out the information, you pay with your debit card or your credit card. It's that simple. So with that, I think we're going to take our first break this morning. When we come back from that break, we'll take a listen to what some of the persons in the People's National Movement who will form the opposition had to say upon, everything that took place yesterday with the new appointment of the leader of the opposition, which will be Penelope Beckles. So stay tuned for that, because we're going to open the phone line and take your calls. And in the second hour, we'll give you a little taste of what we did yesterday at the food fair. And maybe, are we going to get some of the interviews from last night in the village, or that's tomorrow? Tomorrow? All right, tomorrow for that. So stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
At the castle, we just love moms.
I love you, Mommy.
And this Mother's Day, we are cooking up a storm with lots of tasty food. So forget about cooking. Let us fix dinner with a popular family meal. And lunch is a breeze with a snack box and the fish, chicken, and veggie sandwich combos. Oh yeah, and we've got the chicken and wing buckets, plus rotisserie meals, and of course, delicious sides. And it's all cooked with our nice local seasonings. So take a break and enjoy. Happy Mother's Day from Royal Castle.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite.
Tell them how they feel, and them how they figure. Oh, na 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 na.
Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga.
She said she know me got a girlfriend and so
Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker.
The heart of a woman.
The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531 or visit Stefan Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Coover Children's Crisis Center.
Back and St. Thomas is beautiful. It's beautiful. The weather is fine this morning, and I gotta not remind you, but I gotta tell you something. So, usually Breaking Dawn is Monday to Friday. However, Carnival Day, the parade of the bands here in St. Thomas, is Saturday, and we will be doing a Breaking Dawn on Saturday morning. It will start same time, 6 a.m. and end at 8 a.m. So we're going to do a morning show this Saturday morning, and then we're going to head down into the carnival. All right, so look out for Breaking Dawn Saturday morning. The first ever Breaking Dawn Saturday morning, I think. I don't think I've ever had to do a Saturday morning Breaking Dawn, but you're going to get a Saturday morning Breaking Dawn this Saturday. All right, and then we out into the carnival. And that Saturday going to be real pumping, you know. You know that, eh, Chris? It's Breaking Dawn in the morning. Then we go out to the road to the carnival, and then we go have the big concert in the night. And then we on our plane early Sunday morning back to Trinidad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I look like I want to pop out your head right now. Yeah, don't worry yourself. We'll figure it out. All right, now, as we return, there were some developments that took place within the PNM yesterday. Some things were said by certain members, resignations taking place, and we want to bring you, I believe is it Foster Cummings? Yeah. So Foster Cummings, I think, spoke at a press conference where he announced Penelope Beckles as the leader of the opposition. So we want to take you to that now, and we will take you to what Penny had to say, yesterday as well to the media. So we're going to take you to those two clips, and after that we're going to come back, and then we'll take a listen to what Rohan Sidanan, Faris Al-Rawi, and Brian Manning had to say. And then we're going to open the phone line, take some calls to the top. So, Foster Cummings? Yeah, man, run thing.
Has agreed that of a leader of the opposition arising out of the results of the general election, and by unanimous decision, the General Council has agreed that the Member of Parliament who will fill the role of leader of the opposition will be the MP for the constituency of Arima, the Honorable Penelope Beckles Robbins. Any questions?
In terms of the issue of political leadership, because usually the person who is either Prime Minister or opposition leader is also the political leader of a relevant party. What about that particular aspect of this new phase of the PM?
In relation to the role of political leader, now that that position is vacant, the Constitution spells out that it must be filled within 6 months, and therefore the leadership will meet and come back to General Council on a proposal in terms of the time frame and the mechanisms that will be put in place to facilitate the election of a new political leader.
And is it all of the PNM's MPs in the parliamentary caucus are supportive of Ms. Beckles Robinson in terms of the opposition leader? You mentioned the General Council, and in terms of all of the PNM's MPs?
The General Council haven't taken that decision. The relevant communique will be forwarded to the President, and it is my expectation that all members, all the PNM members of the House will support as the General Council has advised.
Will they talks perhaps bring up the party's convention date?
Pardon me?
Will there be talks to perhaps bring up the party's convention date?
From September.
As I said earlier on, in relation to the vacancies that have been created, the leadership of the party will meet, and we will take to General Council a time frame for the filling of those posts. You know that we now have a one-man, one-vote system, so that the party membership at large, both in Trinidad and in Tobago, will be involved through the one-man, one-vote system in the election of that new political leader. Of a leader of the opposition.
You can't stop.
Danny, we love you.
Thank you. Okay, so I just want to use this opportunity, first and foremost, to thank my colleagues who ensured that I have been elected the leader of the opposition. I want to thank the Secretary, the Lady Vice Chairman, Camille Robinson Regis, the leadership of the party for the support. You know, it was a wonderful meeting, the General Council, and to get the endorsement of all of my colleagues. But I just want to say to the people who are gathered here today that we have had times when the PNM has been in opposition. What is important that we have is that we have always received the government.
So that was Foster Cummings, and then that was Penelope Beckles. Both of them, you know, talking about, you know, this new transition that the PNM is going through. However, Rohan Sinanan and Brian Manning seem to have different thoughts. Rohan Sinanan did resign as, I believe it is a deputy political leader of the PNM as well. And Brian Manning, as you heard Foster Cummings mention there, the one-man, one-vote system. Brian Manning has other ideas as it relates to that system. So we're going to give you what Rohan Sinanan said and what Brian Manning said yesterday. Back to back. Let's go.
If the political leader has sent a resignation letter and the political leader appointed me, in following what is a principled stand, I am supposed to send in my resignation, right? So it's a principled stand, that's all.
Any idea when these posts will be filled at all?
Those are not filled by me, or the position I held was a deputy political leader.
Okay.
Appointed by the political leader.
Right.
So if the political leader have resigned, I think it's principle within the Westminster system that I also tell.
What are your thoughts on the campaign run by the party?
the country has spoken.
Well, what I'm going to call for, absolutely, is an end to the one-man, one-vote system. It is absolutely, in my view, that system has destroyed the party group system within the People's National Movement, and the party group system is the one competitive advantage that this party has had since independence in terms of winning elections. The one-man, one-vote system must be removed.
Would that be something you're going to put to general consensus
I
as well?
absolutely will, yes. Absolutely will.
Any other proposals or further issues or ideas that you would probably be presenting to the council?
Well, the People's National Movement went to elections on Monday, and the people of this country have spoken. And it is time for us to listen to what is being said, for us to regroup, do some introspection, and to decide what it is we must do better to better serve the people of this country. A lot of people believe that it was too much of a top-down approach in terms of how we govern and in terms of how the party was operating.
I'd like to officially congratulate Mrs. Prasad Bisesa on a very convincing victory. I would like to... Excuse me, sir, could you just hold a second? Let's go again. I'd like to congratulate Mrs. Prasad Bisesa on her victory at the polls. I would like to congratulate the Tobago entity, Mr. Farley, and their victory at Tobago. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Michael Dowlat on his victory in San Fernando West. We are in a very reflective state in the PNM. The data has me feeling quite buoyed because the data demonstrates that 100,000 people did not turn up to vote for the PNM, who usually do, but they did not turn up to vote for the UNC either. And that is a very telling story inside of the PNM reflections. In San Fernando West, whilst I won all of the usual polling divisions that I won, and even held my ground in polling divisions that I don't usually win, the margins were just smaller than before. And because of that, there was a win. A win is a win is a win. There is a constitutional majority enjoyed by the UNC. There is the fact that this is a democracy at work, and it was properly a win. Today we're here in the PNM to treat with our business. There is the matter of a leader of the opposition. There is a matter of the political leadership. Dr. Rowley has tendered his resignation. It's effective tomorrow. So we have quite an interesting conversation to have today. You all know that I have had many statements in the past, and you've observed certain positions about me. I'm not one to speak business in public, but suffice it to say I have quite a lot to say today. But let's focus upon the processes here. I've always been confident that the PNM has strong processes. And I have to tell you this, I feel a certain sense of lightness about where we are. I've been in opposition before. I joined the PNM in opposition in 2010. And opposition is not something that I'm afraid of. It's a very cathartic time, a time that you can actually do a lot if you're interested in building properly. So I'm very much looking forward to that process. PNM has my full support. I want to thank the very many people that worked very hard for the PNM. I'm keeping my eyes on justice. You know, the first thing that you do before you do certain things is you observe the play that comes from your leaders, right? So absolutely, today is a very important day for the PNM. And this is going to be a very busy week for the country. I mean, you've had an election on Monday. You're having a Wednesday experience with the PNM. Tomorrow we swear in Mrs. Prasad Bisesa as Prime Minister. She is the first and only female Prime Minister, and she's returned to the polls despite many election defeats. It's a mark of resilience that you have to just stop if you're fair and admire. What warms me is that 100,000 people who did not vote for the PNM did not vote for the UNC. This is by far the lowest election turnout that I've seen. We were down from 2020 when there was COVID. The election results are down. And this demonstrates to you that people just did not turn up. And there is a message behind that that's very loud and very clear, and one that I have been speaking about as well.
One of the messages that's been sent by members of the PNM, high-profile members, is that the party did not do enough to listen to the people and so forth. What are your thoughts on that?
In San Fernando West, I did my very best. Delivered everything. I've never received so many messages of thanks and congratulations from my constituency. I felt a lot of love. There was a national swing. When you do things like lose Labre and Point Fortin and the East-West corridors affected, I don't think that any party that is a marginal any seat that is a marginal can survive.
Did you detect or feel it coming to that extent?
I was genuinely concerned about a stay-home vote. In San Fernando, there was a lot of love, still a lot of love. my margin of defeat in San Fernando didn't resemble other defeats. It was a much smaller margin than other places. But a defeat is a defeat. Let's call it what it is. A win is a win. So congratulations to the UNC and to Mrs. Prasad-Bissessar for her resilience. But I certainly intend, as a member of the PNM, to be part of its rebuilding and re-energizing. I support my party 100%, and I'd like to officially congratulate.
So we are back. A lot said there, and a lot of things to unravel as we continue to dissect what took place on Monday as it relates to the general election in Trinidad and Tobago. And some very interesting statistics and numbers coming out there that about 100,000 people did not come out. About 100,000 people stayed home. Now, if those are PNM voters, it means that the PNM has, had them so disenchanted that, because PNM voters do not swing. Let's be clear on that. PNM voters do not vote for anybody else except PNM. They're going on dine with the party. What they do is they just don't come out and vote. Which means that the UNC, even though they have won this election and they will serve 5 years, they have to take into consideration that factor. That if the base becomes energized, you have about 100,000 people that will come out and vote in the next election that did not vote in this one. And that's where, your cuckoo could cook, as they put it sometimes. But 327-7400, I thought that Faris sounded a bit gracious yesterday as opposed to the day before when he sounded a bit bitter. But, he congratulated the new Prime Minister. And, he was very gracious there in defeat. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning.
The numbers started to show exactly that the base of who are accustomed coming and vote in this polling station, they really didn't come out. And once again, I think the ruling party at the moment have to be very wise how they're managing themselves in the next 5 years. And I think that will be important, and if they really want to stay there for the next 5 years. And the lessons that, because they were there already, and they were voted out, and voted out twice in a row and 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
And according to some persons, they did well in their 5 years, and still they were voted out.
Yeah.
So they have to be careful. I will say, when people win an election, they have to be careful how they manage the language, how they talk to the people who didn't come out to vote, how they treat with things, and look at what happened in the last 5 years. It wasn't a perfect coalition. There was a lot of issues,
right?
And I think people wish any government well, because when the government do good, the country do good.
Correct.
No matter if you didn't vote for them, and when you know people didn't vote for you, you have to know how you're treating the people who did not vote for you. Because
point taken.
You want to quote them, you don't want to say, hey, you see me, I treated my people who put me here. See that?
Yeah.
That's a losing philosophy.
Okay.
Right? Thank you.
All right, man, no problem. Thanks a lot. Going again. Morning. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Morning.
Yeah, what going on, man?
Ade, I want to just bring to the attention of the public something I haven't heard anybody really mention. And I mark it down to mention there in our previous program, but with time now, I keep forgetting. 3/5 of 41 is about 24 point something. Working it out in my head, right?
Uh-huh.
So the last time, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar and the UNC have a 3/5 majority in the parliament. The 2 TPP seats is just the nail in the coffin to make them well over 3/5. So it means if Kamala Prasad-Bissessar is desirous of making constitutional changes, she has the 3/5 majority.
She has the majority to do so.
She don't really need the PNM. And, if she work with the TPP, she could get, but we have to see if she's brave enough to make the constitutional changes that we've been asking for. And then I've heard the brilliant attorneys in this country said one of the ways we could resume hangings is by making some constitutional changes. So she have the opportunity to do these things now. Let us see if she can do it. But I still wish her all the best, and I want to say congrats to Penelope Beckles-Robinson. This is a huge achievement for her, and I want to wish her all the best. I'll listen off.
All right, man, no problem. No, I'm not too sure if she have a 3/5 or a 2/3 there. I had to check that. All right, I had to check that. But yeah, at 3/5, she would have constitutional majority to make some changes to the constitution. Hello, good morning. Morning, my dear.
Something jumped out at me with Mr. Alwari. He said he will keep his eye on justice. He will be keeping his eyes on justice. What he was keeping his eyes on for the last 10 years? All right, I go on.
I know somebody will pick up on that, you know. I know somebody will pick up on that. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir, for morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I want them to realize that winning an election is like passing your SCA exam for a good school. So, what you intend to do after that? But at the end of the day, Farris know that the UNC government going to implode in 12 months.
Yeah.
Not knowing that only 28 them explode. You understand? Instead of he study what going on in he party, he study I tell you, I feel them a camera in Kamala toilet, you know. But them know everything about it, man.
I hear you, my brother. Thanks a lot. Oh my goodness, Lord of mercy. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning, man.
Yeah, Paris probably eyeing the chairman position or something in the party, so
I think so.
Things. Yeah, so he have good intentions. I think he's a good guy when saying he just need to refocus. The mood of the country has changed, and it changes with whatever is happening in the global city. And with that now, the present government has to deal with bread and butter issues because that's what was neglected. Once we belly full, we're moving different.
Right.
And the money that is given to everybody is circulated within the country. We won't put it in your pocket and leave it there. We will spend it, and it will increase commerce. So that is something that they need to look at seriously.
Okay.
The PNM is making another mistake. They should have had an emergency meeting which party elected a leader from among the MPs who would also be the leader of the opposition. Because if in a few months' time they come and elect somebody else as the leader, then they'll land up in another conundrum as what was happening before.
Okay.
So in the haste, they're making a lot of errors and a lot of mistakes along the line. But things will settle. My main issue is that the country will begin to move forward, and everybody now should look at things from the perspective of reality. That things will happen overnight. You don't have a magic wand, and you need time to look at things and until investors come in and the country begin to move back and forth. But bread and butter issues are the main important things. So we need to have that circulating back into the country, and things will change automatically. You have a good day, man. And don't drop it.
All right, cool, man. All right, let me go again. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Yes, sir, for morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Share your thoughts.
Yeah. So here it is. So it is a 2/3 majority, right? Because they given that the 13 there. So that is one to say. But they're still given the majority to do what they have to do.
Yeah.
What the other thing is that, you know, they were talking about the election, the electorate voter turnout. And I would say that is you would see that yes, the people didn't accept Stuart Young as political leader.
Mm-hmm.
However, the lower voter turnout normally goes in favor of the PNM. But now it went in favor of the UNC, given the massive victory. What we expect to see now is that, you know, given that all it over, I mean, the PNM is certain, we accept that. They appreciate, they have to accept it, they're certain. They know the blunders they made. In terms of governance, what we want to see going forward is that the promises and the population that you made to the population, you need to fulfill that now.
Yeah.
And that is the only thing we need to see, because there are a lot of promises made. And I hope that it can fulfill that promises going forward. Because, you know, once you're aligned with the trade union, they will turn on a pit bull against you if you can't give them what they want. So
yeah, that's true.
They caution themselves going forward. Yeah. So moving forward, you see how it goes. Again, I want to say sympathy to the PNM. I wish them well and hope they recover soon.
All right, no problem. Yeah, that's an important point on the unions. Not casting any doubt over the coalition and longevity, but you know the unions usually latch on to whomever gives them their own way. Hello, good morning.
Staff, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
I would like to say, after listening to Alwari's statement yesterday morning, I found it was very distasteful.
Right.
Because statements that the UNC will implode and all of that goes to show that you don't care about the country. Right? At the end of the day, it's just like a football match or a basketball match. Somebody had to win and somebody had to lose because you don't have a draw. Right? But if you are patriotic and really care about the country, whoever wins, regardless of who party it is, you would want them to do well because by extension, the country would do well. Right?
Correct.
I didn't see you air Rowley's press conference last night in his resignation speech. I saw a piece of it.
Yeah, where he was talking about people, that the people who are there now
White-collar crime
and crime and all kind of.
all of that.
Well, you know what? You know why I didn't hear it? You know why I didn't hear it? I'll tell you why I didn't hear it. I have it, but I'll tell you why I didn't hear it. I think that he is gone, and in going, there is no need to hear what he has to say while he's walking out the door. I just let him talk and go.
Yeah.
And that's no city sense. I think that's just old narratives, old rhetoric that he just trying to,
Yeah, to spew for the gullible individuals who just swallow everything. But if you are on your way out, your party is dealing with their own issues. Say goodbye to your people, but instead you leave on a note where you're continuously condemning the government.
Yeah.
What happened 10 years ago, 15 years ago has nothing to do with what is going to take place now.
But and not only that too, but this is a man that came into office on the back of a lie.
Yes.
He came in riding a lie into office, which was Emailgate.
And the population swallowed it wholeheartedly. The majority of the population, there was no concrete evidence.
Exactly.
Right? And this is what they always depend on, that they will spew something and their base will run with it. That propaganda, and they just run with it.
Exactly.
Right? But this morning is a new day, Stefan, and I would like to see if you could permit me to Mrs. Bisessa. Yes, there are a lot of people who want you to fail, but there are more people who are supporting you and want you to succeed.
Yes.
Right? And by the grace of God, we will see a better day in this country. Steph, please be safe and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, thanks a lot. And I will continue to be safe once I don't go in the water. Because brother can't swim. All right? I remember my father used to tell me that, he used to say, you're living on an island, go and learn to swim. You know what I mean? It ain't like D-Life. D-Life is up and about. It's like D-Life live in New York. He don't want to know how to swim. No, I didn't say don't know how to swim. I said don't want to know how to swim because I live in New York. I live on an island. I supposed to know how to swim. Anybody living on an island supposed to know how to swim because you're surrounded by water. Right? Let me just be real, okay? And I have not taken that opportunity to learn to swim. All right? Next thing I go and learn to swim, boy, and at the age of 48, I could be an Olympic swimmer, boy. Suppose I die fast in the water. Suppose I like a shark in the water, or a dolphin or something now, boy. Suppose I see swimmer through that was waited on. I saw a late bloomer, Yeah. They always tell me that. Everybody always used to tell me that when I was growing up. They say, no, I'm going to use a late bloomer. I was just late to do everything. You understand? But, yeah. All right. Let me see if I can squeeze our winners here. But before I squeeze the winners, I must say this. As the last caller said, I saw the press conference that Keith Rowley held. I just shoops and call that a day. I think he already resigned. He is gone. I think that is what was said in that press conference is of no value to the people of Trinidad and Tobago whether they support the PNM, the UNC, or whomever moving forward. I think that's just a bitter man in defeat and targeting his tongue at the wrong thing or the wrong people. I think that when you lose the way that you lost on Monday, you have to check yourself as to what you did wrong. This is a man that totally discarded the constitution of his own party and gave the membership of the party no opportunity to elect their new leader. He just came, discarded all of that and said, that's the man I want as prime minister, that's the man we put in there, and selected a prime minister who was not elected by the people of Trinidad and Tobago or even the people within the PNM. So what he said there, he can't speak on no moral grounds, as far as I'm concerned, especially having come into power on the back of a lie, which was Emailgate. This is a man that stand up in Parliament and accuse a sitting Prime Minister of conspiracy to murder a journalist. Let me don't forget that. This is the same man. You understand? A man who say he get that in the mailbox and he get a letter threatening to murder a journalist in his mailbox, and then hold on to it for 6 months before he take it to the police, he didn't take it to nobody, then he take it to the president. I mean, let me just think about that for 1 second. In that 6-month period that he held on to that information, the journalist would have get killed. It's 6 months you're talking about. You understand? That journalist could have get killed. So he holding on to some for 6 months. And the journalist's life at risk. So I mean, come on, man, let me be real. You came in riding that horse, and you came out on a donkey. And I had to say so, you come in riding a horse and you left on a donkey. And the reason why you leave on a donkey is because you totally disrespected every citizen in Trinidad and Tobago. That's why 100,000 people didn't come out on Monday. Because even your own supporters felt disrespected. And you still sitting on there to throw a narrative up and going back to the airport? Man, look there. Anyhow, let me go to the break, Let me go to the break. Because Keith Rowley is like where I will be on Sunday morning. I will be riding out from St. Thomas back home. Keith Rowley is riding out from Balisay House and he going about his business. He will play golf for the next how much ever years of his life. Make no mistake about that. All right. We're going to come back to the phone line in the second hour. We have D Live here with us. We have some action to show you from yesterday. But before we do all of that, before we go to the break, Director, just give me Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments including prolozone therapy, halotherapy, nutritional programs, weight loss programs, and more. They also offer consultation services including sports injuries, child counseling, supplements, knee, shoulder, back pain, and more. And you can check them out at any one of their 3 locations in Trin City, Shogunas, or Tobago. And you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You can WhatsApp them on 493-9196 or email them at edenightsdistributors@gmail.com. And with that, we take a break. The time is now 7 o'clock. And it's a beautiful morning. I heard some music just now. Oh, that was a car? Oh Lord, it was a car. Well, I thought the action started, but let me see if I hear anything over yonder. Because it says Juve start at sunrise. They don't have a time, but whenever the sun come up. But I think the sun ain't up yet. I think the sun behind those clouds there. Is it? So probably they haven't seen the sun yet. So they didn't see the sunrise. So they didn't come out here, they didn't start yet? Wow. When we were coming from the airport, the driver told us that, we asked him what time Juvida start. He said, well, boy, Juvida will have a time to start. They just want to start a certain time, but it has ended up starting a little later. You know what I mean? So I guess everybody in some way, a form of fashion, anywhere you go, somewhere on Trinidad time zone. All right? Where you really don't have a specific time. It just happened. We're going to take a break. When we return, but we'll come back, take a few calls before. And we'll get to, D-Life will be on set with me. We're going to chat a little bit about the experience yesterday. We have some interviews, some footage from the food fair, which was absolutely free. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up after this.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Coming from sold out houses in Port of Spain, CPR Productions presents 7 Year Itch.
San Fernando, it's your turn. One night, one show. Now Prima Bowl, Sunday, 4th May, 6:30 p.m.
This woman trying to cramp my style. I know I would have win Diego Martin's seat. Hands down.
7 Year Itch stars Cecilia, Brody, Penny, Saran, Kevon, and Siobhan.
Tickets available at Antonio's Floral Val Park Shopping Plaza, K-Squared Stores, Brentwood Mall, and C3 Center. Ateliers by the park and Island e-tickets online.
Box office open Thursday, the 1st of May. Call 466-3111 or 683-4843 for information and bookings.
7 Year Itch, one show. Sando, don't miss it.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign
foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga.
She said she know me got a girlfriend. And
Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
All right, people, so we're back. It is hour number 2. We're just about 9 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. We will have one of the managers, I think, here at the Bluebeard Castle, where we are staying. All right, so we're going to find out a little bit about Bluebeard, this magnificent structure. You know, this place is massive, you know. It's only when you're out in town and you look up on the hill, you see how big a spread this is, you know. Because it have people who stay in here that I haven't seen yet. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know who stay. Listen, it have people stay there we ain't see yet, you know. When, you know, the kind of walk here. Well, anyhow, the life is our next story. For him to even come up the hill, is you done get your morning workout already, right? Nice, man. Brilliant. So, before I go back to the phone lines, I want to remind you about, let me see what I did and what I didn't do. Gopal's. You remember Gopal's now? You get Gopal's in action. So, we want to remind you that Gopal's Massage Therapy Center is around, so don't let muscular pain and injuries win. So, consult the specialist with over 30 years of experience, ease those aches and pains, visit licensed massage therapists at Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, located at number 68 Market Street, Gopal Lands in Marabella, foreign trained and licensed in Florida, and with over 30 years of experience. So, call 658-3907 or 496-1111. Services include medical, massage therapy, sport injury treatment, aromatherapy, Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, and much more. Maybe that's what D-Life might need, seeing that he couldn't walk up the hill because you have a shoulder injury. Somehow his shoulder affected from walking. Jameson! But we want you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles. All right, such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. And you can chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. Finally, Roll Right. I want to tell you about Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, your one-stop shop for vehicle care, located on Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas. Roll Right has everything you need to keep your ride in top shape, and from new and used tires to speed balancing and 3D computerized wheel alignment, they've got it all covered. At Roll Right, you can also get the full suite of vehicle maintenance services, including comprehensive suspension and vehicle repairs, injector flow bench diagnostic testing and ultrasonic cleaning, servicing oil changes, and vehicle diagnostic scanning. Plus, Roll Right offers a wide selection of high-quality vehicle batteries, ensuring you're always powered up for the road ahead. And open Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. You could visit them at Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas, or call 303-8344. Find them on all social media platforms, Roll Right Alignment and Service Center. Always rolling right. All right? Nice, man. With that, I want to go back to the phone lines. The phone lines been hot. We're going to take about, let's see, 12 minutes. We got 8 minutes to take some calls. Then D-Life is going to be on with me after the break, as well as one of the managers of Bluebeard. You're going to find out about this magnificent place that we're staying in. I tell you, the hospitality has been great. They've been very, very helpful in, everything happening here, including breaking dawn. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Reese. How are you going?
Hi, cool man. Talk to us.
That is the jersey you were supposed to wear yesterday morning.
What, waking up never felt so good?
Yeah, after election.
Oh gosh, pressure.
All right. Next thing. Alwari, he has 100% rating in losing illegal battles. So he has no choice but to mellow down a little bit. And secondly, he will mellow down because, he don't want Mrs. Bissessa to take away all that rent money he making.
Oh boy.
Right? So all you have a good day, have a good working vacation.
All right, man, no problem. Vocation is nice. Vocation is nice. I must say, always good to, Morning. I'm good, man. That's summer. Yeah, good. You're good to go. Go ahead.
Well, I hear they're cleaning out the Prime Minister residence, and it's by the box and tons of honey goat weed and Viagra box and thing. Remember when did they say that they clean out Kamala when she was there, so the rum bottle? Well, it's only honey goat weed and Viagra they're moving out by the cases with names on it like when they're packaging cocaine. Names like Rohan, Stuarty, in brown bag and thing. But anyway, I want to wake up the PNM too much,
Yeah.
Because they make another knee-jerk reaction, just like how they end up putting Rowley as
You
the
think
leader
so?
of the
You
party.
think so?
They do the same thing. What was one of them major campaign on this election? In the age of the opposition leader?
The new chapter.
Right, the age of, and look who they put now, the oldest person to represent the party now.
Interesting.
And the thing about it is that she gonna be 68, Kamala gonna be 78. Definitely the next leader of the UNC gonna be Saddam Hussein. And what he have done in Baraptaria, in making that place a marginal to a non-marginal seat, he gonna make wonders for the country. He's proven himself to be a leader that the people of all race and ethnicity being attracted to.
Yeah.
And they're building confidence in his style of leadership. And I could guarantee you he would be the next leader of the people might say Rudal and thing. I don't think Kamala would do that. She is grooming somebody in the background, and I feel is Saddam. And anything Jennifer Baptiste aligns herself with is doomed to fail. And she who is pushing this new agenda for getting a new PNM involved would definitely feel. I think if they need to go forward, they're supposed to take some time, look at what is really happening in PNM, get somebody who is young and could really take the country or the party in the direction if they want to lead the country again.
Okay.
Penelope Beckles, I don't see she as a leader. I see her probably having favoritism with people because of her demeanor and her calmness and the way she speaks and things.
She might be a nice person, but is she a good leader?
Yeah.
A strong leader, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think we need somebody who is young, intelligent, vibrant. I think Foster Cummins could have been that person, or somebody else within that category of being young and more productive and all this kind of thing. But I think the PNM, after this 5 years, once Kamala really performs and do what she needs to do for the country, we wouldn't see a PNM existing again. Have a good morning, Stefan. And that, you get your turn as yet?
No, not yet.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah, man. Look, the days are very wet and overcast. You know, we haven't seen much sun, have we, guys? Not really yet. I don't think we have.
Yet.
Hello, good morning. Morning, go ahead.
Hey, Stefan.
Yes, dear, go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes. Nice, lovely background as usual. Waking up never felt so good.
At all, eh?
Yesterday you said, right, that the PNM is not dead. But I dare say they have one foot in the grave. Come on. Penny, as their leader, right, is like a fish without a head. Just like you say, you can't swim. A fish can swim in the sea, Stefan.
I'm hearing you.
You know, I believe that, you know, they are going to ride off in the sunset. And she's a reject. You know why I say that, right?
Why
she was rejected when Stuart Young was
well, I think
elected.
That was yeah.
Woman, come have some morals and integrity. Why what's her name hiding in the background? She didn't come out. She didn't come out to big and bold Camille to support her as a woman, right?
Yeah.
She's too soft to run the country. And one of the earlier callers who there called and said, you know, he's my friend, right? And he said that he waiting to see if Kamala has the strength to join with Party and hey. Strength and Auntie-K. You know, you can't question her strength. She's ruling a party and she has won twice.
Yeah. Well, I think
the amount of seats that I feel sorry for Paris, but listen, the NIB office in San Fernando was moved into a building owned by whom? Guess who? And the saga continues. You have a lovely day.
I will.
On to the 5K, Stefan.
Of course.
Now.
All right. Thanks a lot. Yep. I'll take, let me see if I can squeeze a little, maybe one or two before we take the break here and we get to one of the managers here of the Bluebeard. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, morning.
Good morning. Stefan, how are you?
I am just fine. You come out of hibernation, I see.
Good. Yes, I come out. I'm out and bad. Out and bad. Listen to me. Faris Alwari, his pocket is going to implode within a year. That is what's going to happen to him. And Mr. Rowley, with his bitterness, you know when you chop a snake, the head does still wiggle.
Yes.
That is what's going on with his head still wiggling, but he got dead eventually. So I ain't worried about he. But here I want to find out.
What's that?
Why is still there revoking appointments and whatever with these two people? What that is about?
That was his last act. I think he would have revoked everybody who probably held the position of deputy political leader under him. Dr. Nan Gadsby and Coleman would have been appointed by him as deputy political leaders, I would imagine, and he revoked them because he resigned as leader. I don't know if that is standard procedure or not, But it is what it is. But like I said, I think, you know, anything he does upon leaving shouldn't be focused on, because I think he is you know, he out the door. He off to play golf wherever he want to go and play golf.
And the venom, you still seeing the bitterness and the venom of the man, no?
Yeah.
He too stink and dirty.
Yeah.
And call him imbert, he should resign. If he have any shame, he and Alwari too, they should resign.
Okay.
All the old stock should go and breathe new life into the PNM.
Okay.
Thank you. Enjoy your vacation.
All right, will do. But vacation, not vacation. All right. So I tell you what, with that, we got to take a break. What's your lady's name again? Bernalyn Tamur.
Which means Thomas in English, but in French it's Thomas in English.
Okay, it's Thomas in English. It's Bernadette Thomas.
No,
Tamur. No. I'm saying it. Tamur is Thomas in English. Okay, but it's Bernadette Tamur. And she is the?
She is the hospitality specialist.
Oh, the hospital.
/ night auditor. You'll find out what a night auditor
A night auditor. All right, nice man. All right, we got night auditors here. So I tell you what. All kind of things happen at night. So I tell you what, we are going to take a break. When we come back, the life will join me, and we got Miss Bernadette Bernalyn Tamur. All I know, watch me. Face I good with. You see name? Oh God. And you that name? Bernalyn Tamur. Tamur. Bernalyn Tamur. This is going to be a disaster for me. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this. Let me see if I get some coffee.
Celebrate Mom, the Queen, with a Chimay Spa gift voucher. Amazing facials, pedicures, and massages. A perfect way to say thank you for all she does. Visit or order online at ChimayCaribbean.com. Call 285-9053.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bijan Easy Color for Men. Bijan's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bijan Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
The biggest 5K in TNT takes place Sunday, May 25th at QRC. Start time 6 a.m. Run, step on, run. Breakfast inclusive. The highest payout of prize money for a 5K with a first prize of $5,000 and cash prizes up to 10th place. Lots of giveaway and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Get registered now online at trinbagoevents.com. Call 345-3380 and 482-5531. Or visit Stephen Reese Production on Facebook for more info. Part proceeds goes to the Autistic Society of TNT and the Couva Children's Crisis Center.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleach flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mars this year! I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mask, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch, it's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mars is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mars this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that. Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymass.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mass, on Facebook at Vincy Mass, or log on to www.vincymass.vc. Let we go Vincy Mass 2025!
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
All right, people, so we're here at the food fair with Senator Kurt Bailey from St. Croix. Senator, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice,
and thank
man.
you guys for coming.
No problem. I mean, we're in every carnival. We discover a lot of carnivals throughout the world. And this is the first time in St. Thomas. Now, I know it's St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix.
Yes.
Part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. So let's give us a little idea of the connection between the three in terms of carnival.
St. Thomas and St. John is one district.
Right.
St. Croix is the second district. However, each island have their own carnival.
Okay.
So on St. Croix, we celebrate our carnival during Christmas. We start from the day after Christmas, Christmas second day, and we go until January 5th.
Right.
St. Thomas is this time in April or the end of April, first week of May, and then in St. John is around the 4th of July. And
Okay.
there's one is called a celebration. This is called a carnival. St. Croix is called a festival. But it's all literally the same thing that we celebrated.
All right, great,
Food
man.
fairs, parades, Juve morning.
Nice one.
And it's been growing. St. Croix has really, really been growing. We're bringing in a lot of the talent from Trinidad. I mean, Kess and all of those are here last
Nice
night.
one,
Manapi
nice
and
one.
everybody. And you know, really packed the village, and it's been a really good vibe.
All right, and in terms of, all right, like we in St. Thomas here, I have a whole village, admission absolutely free, never heard before. I never hear about that before in my ears.
That is a big difference in the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Admission to the village was always free, and there used to be a lot of local entertainment, and then they started expanding out and bringing in performers from the Caribbean, and then they really, over the last 5 years, they really expanded the talent base, coming to the village and brought in a lot of the top artists, but they stuck with the free version. Right. It's costly. You know,
Well, I would imagine because you're not getting anything back by the gate, so I'm trying to figure out how this whole thing.
The government has been subsidizing it.
Wow.
But to the tune of a lot because it has grown so much. St. Thomas Carnival last year was over $2 million.
Wow.
And that's subsidized by the government of the Virgin Islands.
Right.
I mean, you're trying to look at the other factors, the amount of people that come to the territory,
right.
The hotels, the car rentals, people making money, all the vendors here. You can see here today, there's probably more than 100 vendors. Got the vendors outside and both sides, and everybody's making money. So Carnival is a time for the local vendors to generate a substantial amount of income.
Okay.
So we have juggled the thought about what if you charge a minimal amount to go to the village. Some people have brought up the idea, but in the Virgin Islands, because we're free for so long, people are very hesitant. So as soon as they say pay $5, listen,
it's going to be
pressure. The politician back, so the politician are like, oh no, we don't want to. But
wow,
it's one of the greatest carnivals to celebrate in the Caribbean.
No, I like that concept that the government subsidizes because the tourism factor.
Yes.
I mean, we see I count 2 cruise ships down here in Crown Bay, and over on the other side, it's Haven. Over on the side, what's it?
Waiko.
Oh, right. There are 2
company that.
Right.
There are
2 over there. 2 over there as well. So that's 4 cruise ships.
So the great thing is that you have 2 cruise ships here.
Yeah.
That one cruise ship has probably 5,000 individuals in it. That's a huge ship.
Right.
They're coming off into a local celebration of local food, local dessert, local drinks, their music. That is the original music of the Virgin Islands playing right now.
Playing in the background there?
Yeah.
All right.
That music is called Quelbe.
Quelbe?
Yeah, and that's a band from St. Croix. They play scratch music. It's been around from the time of enslavement.
Okay.
And they have just transgressed and transformed, but the same people. But they are having an opportunity to see all of that and enjoy all of that. And the tourism world now looking for experiences.
Yeah.
You're no longer looking to buy a $10,000 watch. You're looking for experiences.
Yeah.
Eating the local food, enjoying the local culture. So today gives them the opportunity.
Okay,
and
brilliant.
the rest of the week with the parade and the village, you're going to see quite a number of Caucasians in the village.
Nice.
They come out and they enjoy, you know. So it's good.
Nice
it's a very
one.
good thing.
And just, you know, you mentioned local food. So, I mean, my first visit to St. Thomas, to the US Virgin Islands, what is the local food I should definitely taste while I'm here?
The local food different per island.
Right.
So St. Croix is more fish and fungi, kalalo.
All right.
St. Thomas like a lot of mutton, lamb, they like patties, red pea soup. But it's so different. St. Croix is known as the culinary capital. So everybody that eat Croatian food, they want to eat nothing else.
All right, nice one.
We got a mixture of everything. We got a mixture of the Spanish. We got a mixture of, we got a lot of Trinidad and Tobago. We got a bunch of mixture that combine the Croatian cuisine.
Nice one.
With the different islands. But if a Croatian woman cook for you, you're going to get married next week.
Oh gosh, pressure.
For sure you'll get married.
Pressure Trinidad, only go see me again. Oh gosh, I got to migrate. I'm telling you, I ain't coming back home. The food had to be that good. So I tell you what, it was a pleasure.
Well, good talking to you, and I want to congratulate you guys for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. We're going to come to St. Croix soon, you know. Soon.
Kurt, Vele, just look for the whole island know me. So just tell them you met me, where I can find them, and they'll hook you up with me.
No problem, man.
You have a good time.
Yeah, hear that?
All right.
We're the food fair people. We want to take a walk around, see what it have. Nice. That was yesterday at the food fair. We want to big up Senator from St. Croix, Kurt Bailey, who gave us some terrific information there, including how the government subsidizes all the concerts that are taking place at the village. That's why it's free.
That's why it's free.
It makes sense. You have money in your pocket. You're not to buy the ticket. So you have money in your pocket to spend.
Yep. And they were spending yesterday in the food fair.
Oh yeah, they were. So D-Life is with us. D-Life is up and about this morning. He has been a little bit earlier this morning. Juve, boy, we're going on with Juve in here. Ain't nothing.
Juve,
too forward.
No, Juve is just about ready to start. They say it's when the sun rises. So now the sun starting to peak out.
So if these clouds stay in the sky till 10 o'clock, we're going on with Juve. Juve, go start out. What's going on?
But you're hearing some faint music.
Yeah.
You know, you're hearing...
In the distance.
I not the leaf blower, but...
He hearing faint music. My ears bigger than the tree all you put together, and I ain't hearing nothing. But he hearing faint music, so...
faint music across.
My ears just big for no good, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, them speakers are them long time. Where's that? Oh God, Breeze gone with that. Yeah, you know, the speaker's long time. The bigger the speaker, the more powerful. And now things get smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smaller speakers, more effective now. What it was like in the village last night? Because I was on one side, you was on the other side.
Yeah.
You was working. I was liming. Let me be honest. But what it was like backstage with the artists and so on and so forth.
Backstage was a vibe. Backstage was a vibe. I mean, big up to Third, which is like, I call him the local Prince of St. Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third is a local?
Yeah.
All right, great.
And
cool.
a little brief history on him. His mother was actually the first queen, beauty pageant queen of St. Thomas.
Okay, great man.
So he have that thing in his blood. So he performed last night.
Yeah.
And he's a crowd favorite.
Yeah, the crowd responded to him. The crowd knew his music, everything. I mean, it's only like us who now come in and we aren't too familiar with Third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he had performance. He has some performance in him, and he interactive with the crowd and stuff. And he has some good tune.
Yeah, man. And he have his own home. They have their own major big studio. And see if you could get a chance to. He say whenever we want, just stop by. He have his own recording studio here, which is a major stop. So a lot of main artists just go there. So that is his.
Okay.
So big up to Third. I mean,
nice.
Big up to Full Blown.
Full Blown, boy. You know, I ain't really talked to them on the whole trip, eh? You know what I mean?
Listen.
I just digging the vibes now, but I ain't lying, eh? I go talk to them before they leave.
Listen.
But they're real humble, boy.
They're real humble.
Despite having a big year, the brothers and them real humble. I give them that down to it, yeah.
We're gonna have we spoke to them and stuff like that. So they actually, the forwards they get last night, they and all wasn't expecting it.
Yeah. When they run on,
wasn't expecting
it was yeah. It was a vibe. Oh, this is actually we have it on right now.
This is them on stage last night, and the reaction these guys
when they run on.
Get when they run on, because when they call their name, people that wasn't familiar, Full Blown.
Yeah, Full Blown. Who's Full Blown?
Who is Full
Blown?
Blown?
You know what I mean?
But when they start to sing the tune, that was it.
Went clear.
It went clear.
Vix, it's Vicky. Vicky Junior. All right, nice. All right. Nothing wrong with a little Vix in the morning. All right. yeah. She up and about. She had a late night last night, but she up and about, man. All right. Well, Vicky is one of the people who, really, going beyond the call of duty.
Yeah.
We could say, right?
Yeah.
But
she going above and beyond. But Full Blown last night definitely they rock. And then Kes.
Yeah, Kes, boy.
I mean, oh gosh.
Kes get them real I ain't lying, eh? Kes get them full performance, money's worth. I ain't lying. Every woman inside it last night.
It was free.
You know, they get to see Kes for free too, you know.
They get the government money's
yes.
worth. All right.
I ain't lying, you know. They get to see Kes for free too, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know, courtesy the government of St. Thomas, you know.
And not a whole hour, you know.
You know, I thought he would not. I sit down and tell Chris, because we were on the next side, here Chris, but Chris performing real long. I say, yeah, and he do Savannah Grass yet. Chris watch me say, you know, it's true.
Full hour. So big up to St. Thomas, to the government tourism for doing this, and you know what I mean, making it, because you couldn't even walk in the village last night.
You know we had a big up to on Kes team? The mixer. In the berry. What's his name? You know his name?
Robbie had
real vibes, boy. Robbie had real energy. Me like, you know. Robbie's a different kind of beast, boy. No, serious, you know. I see Robbie run out about 22 times last night. Yeah.
And you have a whole routine.
Yeah.
You have a whole routine.
The whole routine, boy. But eyeliner, they have real energy. They are real. When Patrick announced them last night, right?
Yeah, Patrick Hype Man.
Right. When Patrick announced them last night as the best band, we had to be real, eh? Kes the band is really, I think, the best live band. And I think A-Team could be running a very, very close. Let me be real, eh? A-Team could be running a very, very close second. But live band performances, performance, man, look now. Clean, precise, perfectly rehearsed.
Yeah, man.
I could think of no flaws. Energy.
Course.
You know what I mean? They bring that energy. So last night in the village was soca, a
mixture.
mixture.
You had a little Spanish as well.
That's right.
El Blackie and you had cur and all these.
Is Blackie or Blachy?
Blachy.
I get it right
Vicky
yesterday morning,
is
you know.
El Blachy.
I get it right
Blachy.
yesterday morning and they make me change it to Blackie. I say Blachy first.
You say Blachy first?
Yes.
And who tell you say Blackie?
You.
I didn't tell you.
Prompt me, you say you think it's Blackie. I say, well, all right, El Blackie.
So it's El Blachy.
Blachy, that's right. Tonight though, being Thursday after the Juve.
Tonight is
Massacre.
old school, new school, dancehall.
Dancehall.
So you have Massacre, you have Pressure Bus Pipe, who is also VI.
Right.
Right. You have
Beanie Man,
and you have Shabba.
Right. Girls everywhere. From London.
Valiant wasn't on the flyer. Only have Valiant now.
Valiant too? Okay.
But what in jail is this?
And all that is free later, eh, partner?
Yeah, okay, later.
All of that is free later. FREE. Yeah. They're getting Shabba.
We bringing it live.
Free.
We bringing it live.
And 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on
8
Saturday.
p.m. We bringing it live. I don't make sure from the directors and them now.
All right.
We bringing it live. All right. So
go to is UB Synergy online if you're going online. Online, you go to UB Synergy. I think Breaking On HG on YouTube.
Yep.
Right, we're going to be streaming it live there as well. And you could tune into Synergy TV at 8 p.m. from 8 to 10. You'll get on television and then you could catch it the online after that. All right, people, so it's all happening here in St. Thomas, a beautiful, beautiful island. Vicky, we find it are plenty cars on the road for Carnival Week. Just find it are real cars on the road. What is going on?
The rental places were sold out. So
Wow.
people came in, needing cars to move around the island.
All right, nice, man.
But look, we have one of the hosts from last night. Now, you tell me last night, we spoke to him last night. Now, this is one of the hypest DJs, Barry Hype, right? He is here. And he tell me this trip here, he serving 2 roles. So he's Barry Hype. So they're getting 2 for 1. The government didn't understand they're getting 2 for 1 because he jumped on the stage last night, but he's also / manager for Skinny Fabulous for this trip here.
Oh, all right,
so
man.
let me bring Barry come. Barry come.
/ manager.
/ manager, DJ, Hype.
/ What's going on? Everything good? Nice, man.
Morning.
Nice,
Good
man.
morning, St. Thomas. What's the word, fellas?
Everything good, man. Everything good. What the vibes like for you? How you find the island so far?
Oh, amazing. And this is not my first time. I've
Right.
been coming here since 92, 93, when some very good buddies of mine who I went to secondary school with, they're from Tola. So I took the ferry over here, went shopping for the day, and
Alright.
man. This is a vibes. This is a vibes.
Nice, man.
You know, my history here is from St. Thomas people give thanks and the loving for the Hugo. That's Jamban. That's Daddy Friday Jamban. Rest in peace to the, you know.
Nice, man.
How you think last night was?
No, man. Kiss on the ladies right here. Any fella who ain't get through last night, that was on you, brother. Kiss give all you the alley hoop of a lifetime. You understand? Third set it so and Kiss say, look.
Yeah, for real, boy. I watching the front of the stage there and there's only
woman. First 5 rows was woman, after that, well...
Any number could have played.
Yeah,
They'll mix up in between and whatever. But Cass is the only performer who could have multiple women. The amount of women that say, I'm going to see my man.
Yeah.
That's what they say, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to see my man.
No, my man performing tonight.
My man. You understand?
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, you are ladies, you have a husband, Cass is your boyfriend.
That's simple. No,
Mr. Different,
Now, D-Life just announced here / manager Skinny Fabulous. And Skinny on Friday.
Skinny's on Friday. So
Yeah.
Skinny is here. We're actually leaving here very shortly to head to Juve.
Okay.
Yeah, so Skinny's performing on a truck. Then we live in tonight with Beanie, Shabba, the whole team. So we out there tonight, Lyman. So, as the expression goes, Skinny might have his hair down. Lyman. Then Friday night he performs, and then Saturday we out. because Skinny's performing in Jamaica on Saturday night.
Oh yes,
Okay,
Jamaica. Nice man.
Jamaica.
So the tour definitely on Carnival don't stop, you know.
No man, it have a carnival everywhere.
Yeah, it just don't stop.
Every
you know?
month there's a carnival.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, all right, Barry, so Trinidad Carnival done. I'm like, bro, but yes, Trini Carnival is done, but name a month and I'll tell you where there's a carnival or carnivals.
Yeah.
Every month.
And I mean, that's how, I mean, it's evolved like that over time, because, you know, everybody, I think it's more out there now, especially with social media and everything. So people more aware that, you know, Trinidad Carnival finished, but it have ABC, XYZ going all the way down to
all the
October.
way down, because St. Croix is actually December 20,
December, that is
December
around
26th
That's true.
to January 3rd.
Yeah. So down to right down to
Well,
the
St.
end
John's.
of the year.
Well, we know St. John's is after this one.
Yeah.
That's in June.
Yeah.
July.
Three
All right.
reasons. Three reasons. What I said? 3 reasons. 3 reasons to fet.
Right.
St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix.
All right.
That
nice
works for
one.
me.
So where you gonna be? Where you gonna be after Jamaica?
After Jamaica, calendar gets busy. Have the obvious suspects of Orlando and Atlanta Carnival. I'm actually Rupee's official DJ, so Memorial Sunday I'll be in Boston with Rupee. He's performing there. After that, I'll be in Cayman with Renegade for Out of This World Music Fest. Mikel Teja is representing Soca on that cast. Previous has been Marshall, Patrice, list goes on. St. Lucia Carnival obviously fits in right after that. Young Chow and I were going to be in London second Saturday in June.
Okay.
So we're looking out for that. The movements is normal.
But you ever thought back in the day that it would have reached a stage where soca and carnival is so well received in so many different parts of the world?
Yes. It just the like anything in life. Let me take off my shades for that one. Like anything in life is once people experience it once. When a friend of mine says, yo, Barry, I need that drop. I said, brother, man, it's Carnival weekend in Trinidad. You hear my voice? You want? But bro, I have to be sympathetic with him because he hasn't experienced Trinidad Carnival.
Right.
When he experiences it, he will never ask me for anything the Carnival weekend. Because it's walk, eat, sleep. Walk, eat, sleep.
Yeah, that's true.
Somewhere, and sometimes the order does walk. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's something that when you experience it, when you catch that call.
Yeah, and you saw it on social media, on the TikTok, where people was doing it from all over the world. People's like, I went down to Trinidad for the first time for Carnival. Man, it was crazy. These people don't stop, you know. It had no time. It was all over, you know.
What a real good time. Real best time for the first time last year. Shawnee B, BBC One Extra. He caught the call. He said, I'm not missing another carnival again.
Yeah, I saw him.
And Shawnee B is half Jamaican, half New York, capital of the world.
Right.
Dominica.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he said I experienced
he embedded now.
He done. He said there's no way I could miss. He said first, from a journalistic point of view, I can't miss it. But the energy of it alone.
Yeah.
He said, Kes the Seymour. So what you doing? Come with me. And literally, he rolled with Kes for the rest of the day. He said it was the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, Trinidad Carnival is the Mecca, like they say.
Yeah.
But when you come out to the other islands now, you're getting a whole different experience. Like, you're seeing all these different things. Like, I mean, the fact that St. Thomas, you're getting all these A-cast artists for free.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to get spoiled.
Yeah.
Right? That is St. Thomas. That is St. John. That is St. Croix. All right? When you go, I mean, let the other islands catch up.
Treat carnival like this. Excuse me. Treat carnival like this. Every single island you go to, they have their own national dish, or they have their own way of making, pilau or brown stew chicken, or it's either curry chicken or chicken. You understand what I'm talking about?
Right.
So everywhere has their own way of doing things from a culinary perspective. Likewise with music, likewise with culture. Our cultures are similar, but they all have their own unique little thing, which makes each place special. So when you say, well, I went this carnival, I went to carnival. No, brother, you went to that carnival. There's many more on the palette.
Yeah.
You want hot and spicy, or you want more rice, or you want more, you understand? You want more curry, you want...
Yeah, it expanding past now because we used to say, all right, you used to have Trinidad Carnival, then you used to Barbados, and then Grenada used to fall into the mix. You never used to, and then St. Lucia, right? Then you started to hear about St. Vincent.
Yeah.
And now you're starting to hear about Antigua. Now you're hearing about all the local carnivals in North America now too, in the different states. So now people realizing, wait, no, this thing is really something. You know what I mean? And big up to the carnival chasers too, the ones who either see the face in every carnival.
Yeah, they'll be next to the life like this. Like, wait, I saw the life for that person. You know how that go. You know how that go. Oh God.
Hey, I tell you,
but we love it.
We love it.
We love it bad.
And I tell you what, we gotta take a break.
Yep.
But we wanna thank you for coming on, making some time. You're up early, or headed out to the Juve.
I gotta see if I can grab. We can grab Skinny and.
See if we can do him.
Yeah, if we can grab him and no problem.
All right, let me see what I can do.
All right, no problem.
Right
So
hello.
you're gonna be right back, and so will we after this break. So stay tuned.
We still have Berlin.
Yeah, we still gotta talk to Bernalyn.
The woman from
Bernalyn. It's not Bernalyn, you telling me all the time?
The hospitality specialist.
Bernalyn Tamur. Is that not the lady's name? We will be back. Stay tuned.
Pick it up, raise your glass and walk it up. One shot to the brain. Challenge, cause when you see we step in the play, going I want dance again. We going I want dance again. Bend it like we don't want it dead. We going I want dance again. All the girls now pick it up, raise your glass and walk it up. One shot to the brain. Jam it up. All the girls now pick it up, raise your glass and walk it up. One shot to the brain, jamming.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bijan Easy Color for Men. Bijan's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bijan Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
At the castle, we just love moms.
I love you, Mommy.
And this Mother's Day, we are cooking up a storm with lots of tasty food. So forget about cooking. Let us fix dinner with a popular family meal. And lunch is a breeze with a snack box and the fish, chicken, and veggie sandwich combos. Oh yeah, and we've got the chicken and wing buckets, plus rotisserie meals, and of course, delicious sides. And it's all cooked with our nice local seasonings. So take a break and enjoy. Happy Mother's Day from Royal Castle.
All right, people, so we're back, and we have found the hospitality, what is it? The
Hospitality specialist
We have slash night auditor. I hope I don't get audited when I leave in here. All right, but we got Miss Bernalyn Toma.
Toma, good morning. Good morning. You're kind of shy. Good morning. How y'all doing?
We are good. We are good. Pleasure to have you on set.
It's a pleasure to be here.
And we extend thank you for the hospitality.
It's always a pleasure.
Oh yeah, the hospitality has been tremendous since we came in here.
Because we want to keep you coming back more and more, and then y'all could spread it. Let them to know Bluebells have a great hospitality team.
Right.
We always say good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We just like all the different cultures here.
And I'm very interested to find out how many rooms you all have here, because when I'm down in the town, like from the village, and you look up on the hill here, this is a massive. We didn't even walk like. I don't think we walk like 10% of this whole.
No. You haven't walked 10%.
Yeah,
about 67 rooms. But so we have Pirates Pension that's facing where the cruise ships come in.
Oh, so that is
Pirates Pension down here.
Yeah, okay, so that is where I am.
Pirates Pension.
Very nice view. You could even see St. Croix and a good day. You could see when the planes are landing.
But that is a little stretch to come up here though.
But it's okay. It keeps you in shape. It keeps you in shape.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps you getting back your win.
That's right.
How about that? Yeah, man.
And this going this way.
This way we have the castle.
Right.
Villa Castle. So that's overlooking. You go higher up. You can see the town. I mean, you can see from the hospital.
All right.
You can see the different, homes as well. Harris Court, Person Garden. Go higher up. You could even see up to the tramway.
Okay. Wow.
And straight across.
Right, and you have across there too.
We are straight across. We have Hilltop. Hilltop shows you the complete layout of like where the village is. We still have some water view, and then we could see even the downtown area. So that's Hilltop Villa 1 and 2.
That would be the area that we could go and see the actual Juve. You could stand up there and see the Juve. Okay.
Yes. So when you walk outside from the front desk, you could look over, you could see the Juve.
Okay.
Even we could see the fireworks. And when the drones was flying, it's, we have a great view of it.
Okay, beautiful. But the view up here is just magnificent.
It is.
And just every facility as well. I haven't seen the gym yet because, well, he more look like the kind of person you don't see in the gym. Oh. I look like the kind of person people trying to convince to go into the gym. But
you can go to the gym for water. How about that?
Well, of course, yes, I can get water in the gym. That's right.
You get water in the gym.
But I see that you all have, how many facilities? You have the gym, I see you have a terrific bar. Entertainment was open mic night the other night. I was feeling the vibes downstairs. It was fabulous.
We would have karaoke. Mm-hmm. We have a live band.
Right.
And then we have top-notch band on Wednesdays.
Okay, great. Wow. And that's entertainment every night?
Entertainment most of the nights.
Most of the nights.
To Wednesday night.
All right, and that's outside the carnival?
Outside of
carnival.
Yes.
How old is this entire structure here, this whole Bluebeard Castle?
Very old.
How old are we talking?
From the Danish.
Older than the life?
Yeah,
the life is like 104, That's why you don't in Pirates Pension.
And we just remember Pirates Pension. This is a very historic site. This is way before, we was bought from, this was when we were in Denmark, under the Danish flag.
Okay.
right? So before we was on the Danish flag, this is Blue Bears Castle. Been here. Straight ahead, you have the castle where we do like tours. That's a very old castle. So way before we were flying under the Danish flag, this has been in place. We just has pepped it up because we had some damages from the hurricane, but we remodeled it. We're actually to a timeshare unit, timeshare hotel.
All right, brilliant. So in terms of like bookings and things like that, people coming to St. Thomas and want to stay at Bluebeards, booking availabilities and stuff. When is the busiest time of the year for you all outside the carnival?
To be honest with you, our busy season starts from like late November, December. With November, where we have Paradise Jam, they stay here. We're one of the hotels, we have parents. Paradise Jams. So we're one of the hotels that host the parents, right? Sometimes the parents stays here. Then December, we gone in full swing. Full swing, we're busy from like December all the way down to like April.
Really?
April, this is a designated spot for division of festivals.
Right.
So we host a lot of the entertainers right here. They stay right here at this hotel.
Yeah, I saw Beanie Man poolside, yes, last night.
Yes, he's here. Farmer Nappy was here from Monday. Nadia Bastion. We also, I think we have Skinny Fabulous. We have Cass. We host Pompa. We have our very own. We have Pompa here. We have Adam Loves here. Rock City stays here a lot. Benny Dima stays here a lot. We host. It's like a way away from home. We host a lot of our local people. We host a lot of entertainers. That is us. Then July. Even though the carnival is in St. John, we still have a lot of people here.
Wow.
Okay. That's because St. John's, I'm told, is like 15 minutes
by ferry.
By ferry, yes.
Okay, so it's not it's in long. It's in like sailing from Trinidad to Tobago, which will take you about 2 hours. It's a 15 minutes, bam. And on Sandy Ferry makes multiple trips throughout the course of the day.
Yes, every hour and an hour, and then we have a badge. So you could take your car up on the badge too.
Okay, all right, great. Nice, lovely. Is there anything you could tell us that makes, outside of the history that makes Bluebeard the place that is, sought after? Yeah.
For me, Bluebeard's gonna always be a go-to because our mentality is family. We treat everyone like family. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, you are our family. Our first priority is to give you royalty treatment, VIP treatment. Not just because you're a guest. So we give our employees royalty treatment so it could trickle down on our guests.
Right.
So everything starts from within house. And when it starts from within house, we take it outside.
No, man, I saw that. I mean, big up, what is her, Vernette?
Vernette, oh yeah,
she's amazing. The girls and them up front when I first came in. I mean, the whole way how they treated me, and then the general manager, I forgot his name.
Mr. Morella.
Mr. Morella.
Yeah. And then you have Doreen, the assistant general manager. Yeah. So, like I say, when the way the management teams treat us, we treat everyone. Vernette is the go-getter.
No, she's a gem, man. I realized that she basically handles situations and she's hands-on. And I saw that and I was just like, yeah, man, I love it.
She don't just stay in the office.
Yeah.
You would never even know she's our operational manager. She goes all the way around, and then we have Claudette. She's our front desk supervisor. But the ladies, our hospitality specialists like Hakima, Jalissa, Kishma, listen, they greet everyone. So even if they have a bad day, you would never even know because for them it's always showtime.
I mean, and you're the hospitality specialist,
yes,
and slash night auditor. We was talking about the night auditor. I mean, this double role and a night auditor from what time?
From night auditors from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning.
11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Oh, good Lord of mercy.
and
in my bed.
So more reasons why we want to appreciate you being up here early with us out here this hour.
Was not a problem.
And and just now before we wrap up. This is not your primary job.
No, it's not.
She's also an educator. correct?
I work at Department of Education, and I'm over the travel unit for all students, teachers, even the senior staff. The senior, like the Commissioner of Education, the Deputy Commissioner. I do all of that for local and federal and the students. And on this, I also deal with the student athletes.
Lovely.
Wow.
You see?
Where you find time?
My secret is God. He gives me
All
the
right.
strength.
I like that.
He takes me daily on my walk because I trust
like
him
that.
to order my steps.
I like that.
So when he order my steps, he make my day so smooth.
I like that.
So
Yeah.
he's my vitamin, he's my sunlight, he's my everything.
I like that. That's
Amen,
lovely.
I like that.
And I tell you what, just the amount of portfolio she have, I am all exhausted just hearing about it. So I can even begin to wonder what a day is like in the life of Bernalyn here. But Bernalyn, it was a pleasure meeting you. It's a pleasure staying here at Bluebeard's Castle. And I would encourage anybody when you come into St. Thomas, well, St. Thomas should be on your bucket list. St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix.
Yes.
And when you're coming to those US Virgin Islands, Bluebeard's Castle is definitely the number one option, and not only everything that Bernalyn said, but you could walk out of here and go to the supermarket right down the road.
Yeah.
It's like in the middle of everything as well.
Yes, it is.
So
Yes, it is.
it's just center of all the activities. You could like we said, you could stand up on one end and you could see the entire Juve, the whole stretch
Correct.
for Juve, for Carnival, everything, the village. So
You could
it's
even
just
hear the
connected
music.
to everything.
Connected. You can hear the music for the village tonight.
Yeah, and you're gonna hear, you hear everything. So it's just a terrific place to be. So make sure when you're coming, go to social media now, go to the internet now, just type in Bluebeard's Castle, check it out, and I guarantee you, this is a wonderful place when you're coming to St. Thomas or any one of the US Virgin Islands. If you're staying in St. John's, well, if you're coming to St. John's, you can stay here too, as she said. So that's terrific, man. So I think we wrap up for today. So we wrap things up for today. And we want to thank you guys for joining us. We will be in St. Thomas tomorrow. And do not forget, we are on Saturday morning. Breaking Dawn is on Saturday morning right here at Bluebeard's Castle in St. Thomas, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then we out to the parade of the bands that will be taking place on Saturday. And then we into the concerts Saturday night. And somehow or the other, we're going to end up on a plane to come back home on Sunday morning. All right, thanks for booking us early in the morning. That flight. No sleep. We ain't sleeping. No. So we out, people.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks a lot,
Pleasure to
Bernalyn.
be here.
No problem.
All right, enjoy.
Until tomorrow, people, we out. Have a good one. Juve. We headed out to Juve. Paint, powder, and I'll go find a pussy.
Okay.
Good morning.
Ah, nice.
Welcome to Breaking Dawn.